All right, my friends. We're gonna do a pretty lengthy game analysis today. I did 20 pages in my notebook, mucho hours, and so it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult. One of the most beautiful analyses, though, that I've done, just in terms of the variations and interesting things going on. The first thing I need to do, though, is I forgot to log my hours the last couple days, and that's a problem. Oh, okay. So I got 3 days to log, and I did the same thing on all those days. So let's see if I can figure this out. We're gonna go training plan, annotate, update progress. Good. I think I can do this. So wait a second, go back. And so it's the dates of the 27th, 28th, and 29th that I need to update this. This is not only for myself, but by doing this, I can get let's say I'm one of the beta testers for the site. So update progress, and now we're gonna go 27, and I'm gonna say 2 hours, update. And then let's do it again. And now we're gonna go 28, 2 hours, update. Uh-oh. When did I do round one? Sometime last week. It was probably titled Notes for KGB. 2 hours. Okay, so good. And let's see now this game set up. Here's our business. We're going to change our viewing. I was able to import the game so all the times are there. Oh, and I got to show you the time graph. It's an amazing time graph. Look at this thing. Wow, dude, what a time graph. Yeah, this is a real battle. I am not going to be able to finish this annotation. By the way, I've done the annotation in my notebook, but in terms of inputting it, I'm not going to be able to even do it in one sitting. It's really that intense. One of the hilarious things is, I played it's a fancy tournament, so they're playing on a DGT board, so the times were automatically recorded. So normally I do my games, I input the times. This thing already just comes with the times in there. And many thanks to Cross Online, because last time in the round one, I was just doing it my old-fashioned way and putting in the times. But this thing has all the times exactamundo. It's really fascinating, man. It's this huge thing. Anyway, so I Googled the game because I knew I could find it. And so I Googled like Kraai versus Root chess game or something like that. And an AI thing comes up. And the AI said, Kraai faced Root in round 2 of the U.S. Senior. And Kraai played his first 20 moves in 10 minutes. So the AI understood something like what's interesting about the game. The AI I don't think anyone was necessarily talking about it, but for the AI noticed that was something interesting about the game. Yeah, Skeptics, hopefully it is interesting. This is going to be, I can imagine this being too much, dude, in terms of watching it, because it's going to be pretty involved. Okay, let's go game review, and let's get into it. So, it's all easy system. Maybe I'll start from the top just so you can see. I developed this thing, let's say 2020, and then Magnus played it. Okay, knight d2 and now dc3, minor mistake. Okay. A very human mistake. Black says, I've been waiting to take on c3 until your knight moves. Right. Okay. But in fact, Black is in no hurry to take. And this premature move gives me a fascinating line that I had prepped. Okay, so, good. One of the things I just want to say is so nice about, so I've been doing this on Chessable forever, but what's really cool now is before in Chessable I would have to look, it was like a Control A thing to get a comment, and now the times are automatically in there. ChessBase never let me put the times automatically, and now I'm just writing it, and then boom, it pops out, and I'm doing no Control A weird stuff. And I can just go in there too I don't have to get back inside the comment like you do in ChessBase. This is kind of hard if I wanted to edit it. Okay, so if we imagine knight e7, and we could say CD and say Black could be afraid of this. Right, so this would be, let's call this compensation. Rook b1. And then also knight b3. All of these would be compensation. Okay, so dc3, bc, knight e7, rook b1. Now I get this move in. Okay, and we'll say this was my prep. It's incredibly involved, and I certainly didn't understand it completely. During the game, I remembered only that the computer liked my position if Black accepted the sack, but couldn't remember how much. KGBs, yeah, we're going to do the lesson tomorrow. And so normally I would do it in the morning of the lesson, but honestly, this game is so involved that I'm just going to take my time with it and try to get it done correctamundo. So I'm sure I'm not going to get this done in one sitting. So he accepts. Pruess was commenting on the game and thought Black too quick in accepting this, but I probably would have taken 2. Bishop b5 is very hard to see coming for a French player, and even harder to believe. The Leviathan joined the trading program. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so here we go, my friends. This is going to get hot. Knight e5. By the way, this is all part... Oh, actually, here's something. One of the things I'm going to do with this, I'll put this on my to-do list, actually, is when I'm done with this, I want to... So I did a course called Aggressive Repertoire for White, according to the Dojo, on Chessable. And this opening is part of that. And so I will put this game up. I'm going to try to update the course with this game. So here we go. Bishop f4, bishop d6, bishop b5, and this is the stinger, this bishop b5 move. It's really intense. Okay, now, let's actually look. So he's got 136, and how fast, so, you know, he spent 9 minutes on knight c6. Okay. Knight c4. After the game, Root felt he should have played this move. And in our post-mortem, I thought I found the refutation. With the belief that since the comp said I was better, something had to be there. Okay, so let's get into it. Knight e6, fe6, rook e6, king f7, queen f3. Oh, buddy. Bishop f4. Bishop. Okay, I'm going to say there are many lines here, but in my post, I couldn't find an answer to bishop f4, bishop d7, queen d7, queen f4, king e6, rook e1. Looks from a distance that white should be winning. Knight e5. Give that an exclamation point. And I couldn't find a way through. Okay. This position, by the way, after knight c4, I've spent some time with it, dude. I've spent some time with it. I was on stream with Pruess, and I showed him the position and what I think is the answer. We'll find out. Okay, so here we go. Rook takes e6. Let's give it an exclam in the belief that it's true. Pawn takes e6. Knight takes e6. All right, there's a lot of variations here. I think the most critical is bishop b5, knight c7. Rook c7. Queen h5. g6. Queen takes. Queen e6. King f8. Queen f6. King g8. Queen f4. Okay. It's funny. Out of reflex, I click Control A because I'm used to doing that for my chess-based annotations. So this line seems surprisingly forced. Okay. Now. Whew. I'm pretty sure rook d7 was the only move. Let's give it a box. Let's also get rid of some of the other things there. If rook e7, I have queen f6. And then rook d7 is forced. Basically, I want to play queen f6 anyway. I'm trying to have to remember here. Yeah, so I think we go h4, knight d6, see rook d1, he has knight f7. Man, I'm telling you, man, this one's gonna, just bear with me a second. This one's really involved. Rook d7 is even harder than this rook e7 one. Oh, wait a second. Now I can look in my notebook, but I'm just trying to remember. Oh, wait. Okay, h4, knight d6. Queen e6, king g7, queen e5, king g8. And again, I can't play rook d1 because knight f7. God, that's cruel. No, but now it's simple because now I go pop, pop, and pop. Okay, good. Whoo, buddy. Whoo, buddy is right. Okay, so now, so let's go back. So 96 takes, check, king, queen, queen. Okay. I think rook f7 was even easier, but let's just look here. Yeah, so we go queen d4, bishop a6, rook e1, plus minus. Okay, so now I want to get this done right. I spent, I think I at least spent an hour on this bad boy. Okay, took me an hour just to find knight takes e6, and that the rook takes e6 thing was incorrect. Right. Queen f6. Paralyzing. Do I understand this though? Knight d6. I might not understand this. Buddy. Oh, man. So I have this given as winning, and now I'm not even sure why. Oh, Bob, so you sure about this? What are you saying? What are you saying? Why would this be winning, dude? Total confusion, dude. I don't know what queen e8 means, dude. I got my queen on f6. My note, maybe I just analyzed it so much too that it's just like complete loss of mind. No, I don't understand. Knight f7. What are you saying, rook d1, dude? You're killing me. Wait a second. Oh, this doesn't make any sense, dude. Queen f6, I would like to believe it, but I don't know what you're saying after rook d1. Oh, you're killing me. You are killing me, boss. Okay, I'm back somehow. I don't know. I don't understand this line. I don't understand why my internet disconnects, or it's not even my internet. It's like OBS. It's just like being a jerk. And then why in my notes did I say rook d1 was winning, and now I don't understand it at all. I wish I understood. I don't understand rook d1 at all. Why do I say that here? Oh! I have this as winning in my notes, but now I don't get it. So, rook d7. Spent many hours trying to figure this position out. I'll take off the exclam because I'm not sure. Is a problem. Okay. Just realizing this is something else I looked at, but I'm realizing now maybe this is my path here. So, with the claim that h6 would seal the deal, might not be true, but that's the claim. Oh. All right, so I'm trying to take on h5 with check. And this, though, I still don't get because of knight f7. Garbage. This, though, is pretty hectic here. Okay. I'm going to say, looks like I'm going to pick up something. The point of queen takes h5 is that I need to get queen g4 set up, and that I didn't understand rook e1 because of knight f7. Okay, so Kraai, where is this? Oh gosh, okay, so there's queen h5, and what we want to do is I want to promote this move variation up. Good. Now this is interesting. So 26. And here, let's see, move variation up. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right, so let me just review. h4. Knight d6. h5. gh. Boom. Oh, now am I 100% no? And we haven't even scratched the surface, my friend. Okay, this is just the main, what I consider the main line. Pruess kind of agreed with me this was the main line too. So let's just be clear. This is our beginning point. Pop, pop, and then, okay, let's do a couple other variations. Bishop f4, knight c7. So now, let's take with a rook. This is also really intense. See, it's hard for me to remember these lines completely. Yeah. Okay. Now, am I allowed to conclude this and say with a winning attack? Is that fair? I think so. It's really intense, isn't it? Yeah, but what are we saying here, boss? You are... Yeah, I mean, this is just winning. Okay, slow it down. This is just winning. Okay. So, then we go back here, and we analyze queen b8. let's do queen b8. Now, I did this whole analysis with queen b8, queen d5, but I think also bishop d7 followed by queen g4 is also very good. All right, but let's do this first one. Queen d5. I wanna just look at this because I have that's queen d5 is probably winning, but I want to make sure that there wasn't an easier way here. So bishop takes, king takes, queen g4. Wow. They'll say winning question mark. I don't know about this, dude. Let me first do this. Okay. You know what's a bummer? How come this? Okay, good. So before I do queen b8, I'm going to look at queen a5. Because here, so I understand. Right, here I have bishop d7, king d7, queen g4. Bishop f8, knight f8. That's my key little move. King, queen, king, queen. King f7, rook b7, plus minus. Okay. And then king c6. Knight d4, king c5, knight b3, plus minus. Okay, so good. That makes sense for queen a5. And then it's queen b8. And because the rook on c8 is defended, it's not quite as clean with the bishop d7, queen g4, right? So, all right, let's do my variations here. So, queen d5. Bishop b5, rook b5. Bishop f4, rook b7. Queen d6, check. King d8's forced here, here, and then we got our mate. What's one of the bummers here is when I'm doing this, I can't see, it doesn't show me the line. You know, but now it does when I expand it. Okay, so queen b8. Well, this one too was mine. And I let him go, and then I won it again. Okay, so, all right. All right. One of the variation that I don't even know if I have here that's freaking me out. Okay, yeah, so wait. First we'll do this, and we'll say queen takes, knight d6, queen g7, plus minus. Okay. Now, queen b8. Something that crossed my mind that made me uncertain here was, what about this dumb move? Looks kind of dumb, honestly, Kraai. Looks kind of dumb, but just give it a second. Yeah, this is going to be too much. I go here. Not over yet, my dear friend. Oh, God, it's really intense. So this is the only move. And the problem is on queen e6, maybe he lives with king c6. Good morning, Jake. What a mess. Okay, wait, so knight b6. I guess I could just take the knight. Wait, that's too much, isn't it? I go here, here, and here. Okay, so we're gonna call that, we're not even gonna think too much about that. We're just gonna say that's winning. That's winning. So we wanna delete this variation. Oh boy. Okay. Now, is that complete? I don't know. But again, let me just stress that the challenge was that in this position, you know, the computer told me that bishop b5. I don't remember if it was winning. I don't know if it's clearly better. But I just remember the computer was really pumped, and I was like, I kind of get it. Like, I understood that he couldn't castle, for example. In fact, I'll just show that example. Castles, bishop d7, knight d7, knight b5. That's the idea. So I understood that. I think I kind of understood knight c6, but knight c4 was very difficult because the knight was guarding d6 and all these variations, and I don't know. I'll check after we do KGB, but I didn't know for sure what the refutation was. So then the quest then became, well, could I find it? You know, could I find it? All right, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to continue with this amazing game. Let's come back to this horrible affair. That variation's still under my skin, dude. I don't know. It's obviously, human meets computer in the sense that I'll check with the computer after I talk to KGB, but it's so involved. I don't know. Will I hopefully have figured out something? Yeah. Hopefully I've figured out something. Okay, definitely a head spinning situation. Okay, so, voop. Okay. What is happening here? Oh, wait a second. Just dealing with some technological grief. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we go. Knight c6 was the move played after 9 minutes of thought. This one was much easier for me to play, though maybe not easier to assess. Okay. This was all easy to play, if not easy to assess. My naive view here is and was that white has a clear advantage, and that black now has a difficult choice. Okay, so this is our position. Let me just stress, huge, huge competitive advantage to do this to somebody, I'm up on the clock. It's a very difficult situation for him, the whole business. Okay, so b6. This move struck me as suspicious. As it weakened the light squares and gave me a tempo. But I wasn't sure what the guy should do. Okay, so I'm gonna give it, I'll give an interesting move. I should say black is now intending knight b8. That's the intention. So, one move would be knight b8. Bishop d7, knight d7, rook takes, rook c7, rook takes, queen takes, queen d4. Perhaps I have better than this, but this position seems strategically lost for black due to the poor king position. Okay, but I am not going to call it that. I'm not going to give it the loss. I'm going to give it the clear advantage button. Yeah. Okay. We'll play G3 next. All right. Let's see what other variations I have in my notes here. Oh yeah, we're not actually done up here. So knight f5, queen f8, c4, dc, knight d6, king d8, bishop c4, looks winning. Okay. Good. All right. So then we say queen c3. My sense was that as long as he couldn't do this with impunity, my position was grand. I think it's incorrect, but all right. It's obviously very frisky to take the pawn. And I think the answer is rook b3, queen c5, queen a1, okay, d4, knight f6, queen e7, bishop c6, exclam, we will mate black. All right, so let's just review this a second. Rook b3, queen a1, d4, knight f6. Now I'm a little nervous just because right, I need to actually look like queen e7 is maybe just a mistake. What happens if dude plays like bishop e8? Do I have something amazing? I don't even know. Ugh, now I'm losing my mind. Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Hey! Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Now I'm just completely lost here. I'm lost in the sense I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. It just gets harder instead of easier. Oh, gosh, I did so much analysis here. Also interesting was this move, king d8. pretending. King c7, king b8. All right, boss, as I said, if you don't enjoy this analysis, I get it. This is kind of tedious. It was hard. I mean, it's so intense because I spent so long on it. Yeah. All right. So, right, queen f3. I looked a long time at c4. Rook hf8. Bishop c6. Rook c6. I give that an exclam. We'll talk about bishop c6, obviously. Rook b8. Bishop c8. Knight e6, exclam. Holy moly, that's a good one. Oh, buddy. Okay. So juicy. Yeah. Queen f3, rook f8, bishop c6. Now, right, because bishop c6, I just have that move. Okay. And queen c6. What is the problem with queen c6, little man? Is there really a problem with queen c6? Yeah. Here. Here, here. Queen d6, rook b7. Black is paralyzed. Okay. I'm getting confused now. Queen f3, rook f8, and now I have a different variation just to make things harder. Bishop c6. Queen c6. c4. dc. Check. Here. bd1. Oh, this was delicious. Look at this. Exclam. Plus minus. Let's just put that on the board, buddy. Oh, buddy balls. Oh, buddy balls. Let's give this an exclam. If queen e7, we want queen g3, pop. And if queen f6, we want that bad boy, exclam. Dang. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, all right, back to the front. Knight g7, king f8, knight h5. Like king d8 would have made me think more. So this knight h5, that's how I got to play it pretty quick. There was no other move. I think I even spent a couple minutes there just trying to assess what was going on. All right, so we have b6, we have queen c3, which I have not solved. I thought for a second I had solved it. Wait a second. Queen c3, rook b3, queen c5. Wait, I got it. So wait, delete from here. Got it. You play knight f6 first, that's the point. So now on queen e7, then we play queen a1, threatening knight d7, d4, bishop takes, queen d4, and we'll say plus minus, and we'll say black will get mated. So queen c3, b3, queen c5, knight f6. Okay, so and then if we imagine, say, rook c7, I got it. Then we go queen h5, h6, bishop takes, queen e5, plus minus. Okay. Now, wait, let's just slow it down for a second. All right, that looks good, actually. The queen e5 thing is really devastating. And is it true, then, that it's similar, unlike bishop e8? I think so. So, bishop e8, here, here. Is c4 on the cards instead of rook e3? I don't know when that happened, rook e3. We're back here in this. Maybe you're talking about a different position, but here we have. There's no possibility for rook e3, for c4. That was a while back. Sorry, but I'm trying to keep track as best as I can. I try to, I'm just all involved here, trying to get this right. Okay. All right, so in addition then to all these variations, we also have rook c7. One thing maybe be good to build into this would just be to highlight like an A, B, and C thing so you can see your main variations a little bit more clearly. Queen g4, queen f4. And we're going to say that's a done deal. Okay. A6 was also interesting. This is a huge choice by black here. A6. Not a concrete solution. And then also another move that makes some sense would be H6. Queen G4. Rook G8. Look at this one, buddy. Bam! Yeah. So that's plus minus. Queen G4. Queen C3. Rook E3. Queen D3. Bishop D3. Plus minus. I hope it's plus minus. I guess I could play Queen G7 first too. Okay. Well, thank you, Jake. I hope it's delightful. I feel like to watch this is kind of hard business, man, because it's so involved. And yeah, in any case, here we go. B6. And now I played knight F6, and I've decided I'm unhappy with this move. And that I wish I had played Queen F3, exclamation. Call that plus minus. I'm going to say preventing black's knight B8 intention. Okay. All right. So part of the thought is that on Queen E7, knight F6, we win a tempo. So, for example, knight B8, Queen F4, H6, Queen E5, exclamation, plus minus. Right. And then, of course, if Queen D6, black doesn't have a constructive move. I say plus minus here. Like Queen E7, Bishop H7, you can't take. At least this is what I would like to believe, you know, for say. Yeah. Okay. Queen E7, excuse me. Queen E7, Queen H6, of course. All right. So the Queen F3 looks much cleaner. Knight F6 still might be winning. And here you can see, actually, I'll show you the time graph. Let's go time graph here. Boom, boom. You can see now, here's where I tank. And I did find a interesting solution, I feel. So we'll go back. C4, and we're going to say On these two moves, I really tanked and did manage to come up with a powerful plan. So, d4. Oh, I should do one more thing. So c4. Wait a second. Knight f6 if queen e7. Knight d5. Queen e7. Knight b6. Queen takes. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Rook takes. Knight e5. Rook b7. We'll say should be winning. In fact, a move I like even more. Let's delete here. A4, we'll say. Should. Now I'm freaking out about knight c4, rook c7, knight d2. Oh yeah, it should be winning. Okay. Should be winning. Okay. Okay, so knight f6. Rook c7, queen a4, with queen f4, winning. Bishop e8, queen f3, excellent. Intending rook e6. Okay, actually I want to say this. We're going to say something here. You can find this move if you think of black's weaknesses being on the dark squares. But b6 encouraged you to think of the light squares. Okay, so here we go. Queen d6, c4, d4, queen h5, h6, c5, and that was my main little, my idea that I eventually found. Oh, this is a very beautiful idea. Okay, queen e7 seems forced. If pawn takes, queen takes, exclam, plus minus. Oh, it's evil. It's what they call pure evil, honestly. That's what they call pure evil. Okay. So, queen e7. And now a big decision. So here it says I got 59 minutes left. Let's see. Yeah, so I spent 10 minutes on this next move. And this one maybe is incorrect. I thought it was a genius move. Excuse me, not this one, but this is the one that's incorrect. Okay, very quick pause from me. I'm going to leave this up, though, just for you to ponder. this position for a second. Okay, so the move that I like more is Queen F3. 94 takes, Bishop E8. And I couldn't see anything much for white here. So Queen F3, we hold the knight, we're threatening CB. So B takes, Bishop C4. What a move, Mouse. Would take real balls to play like this. All right, let's get into this weird business here. So there's two ideas. Rook B7, as well as Knight D7 and Bishop E6. Okay, so Bishop E8 is the move where it's at least not easy to see what I am supposed to do. And I don't even remember now at this point what I was supposed to do. I think I do, maybe. It's going to be pretty involved. Yeah, okay. Okay, so, oh, actually, there's another one, actually, another move back here, another option, and that is Knight D7, Queen takes, Pawn takes, A takes. Queen F3, Queen D5, here, 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 counterplay. Yeah, so I've read, this was a hard one, man. I got a huge, well, this, now white, unfortunately, has many tempting lines to think about. Okay, so there's Knight D7, there's CB, there's this move Queen F3, which I think is actually the best move. And then Bishop C6, which I did not even consider. Right. Didn't consider this at all. Actually, maybe I did. Wait. Root felt this was white's best. Thought I'd be winning. So, Bishop C6. Queen e5. Takes. Knight d7. Queen d7. Queen h8. King e7. Queen h6. It's not at all clear that white is even better here, though. Have had many positions like this on the black side. Loyal Panda's on my side. Okay. Let's just put it as a compensation weird thing here. I don't even know who's better. Okay. So, actually, I'm gonna on my to-do list. I think I want to. Let me ask you guys this. So I got this. You know, you got all these variations, and especially if it becomes more than 3. Visually, on the right here, I want like an A, B, or C to chop it up. I want to say with more than 2 variations is what I'm going to ask Jack. Because otherwise it's just so intense, dude. Okay. And sometimes the variation is buried. The variation you are looking at is buried. Okay. So, now we're going to return to bishop c4. Excuse me, queen f3. But really the idea is bishop c4. Now, the key question, so rook b7 is a thing, knight d7 is a thing. So bishop e8 seems like the only move. Okay. Then we play knight d5. Jeez Malise. Okay. Now, if queen yeah. Impossible to know if this would work without analysis. Okay. Actually, I also have this was one of my first variations. King g7, tagging the knight. Knight h5. King f8. Rook b7. Knight a5. Rook takes. Queen takes. Bishop takes. Rook e8. Knight f6. Queen c6 exclam, and I lose. Buddy. Yeah, but there is a dirty idea here. King g7. So the idea is to throw in a queen g3 at some point. And here we go. Rook e4 exclam. We're going to call that an exclam. All right, so now it goes queen takes. If Knight e5, we just go here, plus minus, because we're going to win the knight. So rook e4. So queen takes, rook g4, queen g6. Rook takes, pawn takes, rook b7, plus minus. And so we can also look at king takes. Rook b7. And really he's got to do this because knight e5, check. Check will separate him from his coconut. So right, rook hd8. Bishop b5, knight b8, h4. And we're going to call that either clearly better or winning. To me, it looks winning. Is it still kind of intense? Yeah, it's still a little intense. Oh, that's pretty good though, boss. Well, he can barely move. He can barely move. Okay. Actually, I'll just change it to winning. I'm going to say that's winning. Whew. Jake, I'm sorry I don't always catch your questions at the right time. Okay. So, we continue now to this bishop e8. So just to be clear, this variation, while technically correct, would be really hard to know in advance because you got to figure out king g7, rook e4, and you got to figure out this move. All right, so knight d5, and now black has three moves: queen d6, queen g5, and queen d8. Let's go queen d8 first. Knight f4, king g8, knight e6, pawn takes, bishop takes. Oh, buddy. So the problem is on king g7, I have queen g4 plus minus taking the rook. So he's got to go here, here. Again, if king g7, bishop, queen g4, bishop g6, rook b7, rook c7, bam, queen c6. Ooh, buddy, talk to me, Lucy. Okay. Next, next variation, knight d5, queen g5, knight f4, king g7, bishop e6, rook b8, rook takes, knight takes, check to the miserable king. And now we go here. Boom. And that's done, dude. I think. It's pretty brutal. Because king h5, I have h3. Okay, and then we also have bishop c4, e5. This is a fun variation. Boom, 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 bam! Poker mates, baby. Okay, so now bishop c4. Rook b8. Yeah, it's just easy. So, oh wait, you got to take first on b7. Here, 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 here. Rook e6. I'm going to call that winning. Oh, buddy. Yes, sir. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay. Here I was confident that queen takes f6 was a losing position for black. But he played queen f6, exclam. b7, rook b8, bishop takes, check to the miserable king. Right. Okay, so it should be, I would say, pawn on b7 and better king should be an easy win, right? Okay. Rook ht8. And now, surprisingly, this move, queen a6, I guess throws away the win. I do end up winning this game, but this one throws it away. It's a very natural move. A very natural move. Okay. Let me write this. I'm not sure I'd be able to find the right move here, but it is true that after a long struggle to find difficult moves, my body wanted to believe that it should be easy here. Okay. So, A4, exclam. My opponent suggested this beauty in the post-mortem. The point is not simply to get the pawn to a6, but to keep the queens on the board. Whew. Okay. We're entering the next stage, my friends. This is the next stage of L game here. Okay. So let's do a couple variations. D3, A5, D2. E5, because my king will come to e2. So we'll do some arrows there. All right, a4, d3, a5, e5, queen c5. So now the head screw really of all this is, in order to find a4, you have to see the resource he has on queen a6, right? But the main point is here, the queens are not coming off. In fact, we'll just write that. Because the queens are not coming off. Okay, let's do another one. a4, rook d5, a5 exclam, rook takes, queen c7, rook a2, rook f1, plus minus. Oh, buddy. a4, d3, a5, queen d4, and I simply play a6, plus minus. Okay. Well, good friends, we're about to enter. We're going to go from all this fancy stuff to the rook endgame. And as you might expect, both players are exhausted and they are cranking down on the clock. Okay. Sid asks when we make a Dojo Talks in the Olympiad. Hopefully soon. Kostya's been traveling around Europe, so we haven't really been able to organize a time, but he's back, and so hopefully things will kind of be back to normal here. Okay, so as I said, this was the game position. I played here, natural move. And let's actually look how long I spent on that. So I spent almost 4 minutes. You know, I can't spend forever. But I did not see yeah. I'll say this would be a great recognize your opponent's resources training exercise. All right, so d3, queen a7, queen d4. And now I can't prevent the trade of queens. Yeah. So if queen a6, for example, rook d7, or queen d5, and he'll win e7. Yeah, Jake. We're going to get some good work. It's going to be pretty real with the rook endgames coming up. Okay. Queen d4. Rook d4. King f1. That seems forced. Rook d7. Seems forced. e5. This is all seems best play. Rook b6. Seems like my best chance. Okay, so here we go. And what we want to say about this is during the heat of the battle, my take was that white had a clear advantage. It's the kind of position, though, that KGB would dismiss as drawn. I was certain, and not wrong, that both sides would now make mistakes in their exhaustion and time pressure. Okay, so the guy plays rook a7. While this move doesn't lose, it's the first misstep. Rooks belong behind passed pawns. King e2, rook a1. Archie asks, "Hi Jesse, I joined Chess Dojo and want to chat with people in my cohort. Is there a way I can do that?" Absolutely. If when you joined, it gave you the ability to join the Discord. And so when you join the Discord, there's a channel there for your cohort, and all you got to do is go over there. I just say hi to begin with, but you can also ask specific questions. Another way to do things is if you have specific things you're looking to do, you can go and go up to the calendar on the dojo and either see if someone in your cohort is looking to do some kind of sparring or any kind of work, or you could post, so you can say, oh, I want to do something over here myself. Okay. So rook a1, let's get into it. See, I want to say something else about this rook takes the e3 position. I knew that the question was whether I could prevent counterplay against my king side when my king went on its queenside adventure. Okay, so rook b1 is the right move on principle. Okay, so let's go rook d2. f5. Let's get it right, please. Like e4, king b2, rook h1, h5, rook h2, counterplay. And then if we go g3, king g5, counterplay. There's more than one way to do it too. Okay. I want to get it. I want to get it right though. See g3. All right, let's just continue for a second. So, right, king g5, king b2, rook h4, king g4, a4. There is some scary stuff here. Let's be clear. Rook. Oh god. Rook h2, he's got f3 and stuff. I don't even know. Yeah, it's still rook h2, you know? Bang. f3, king g3, and the e pawn is just as dangerous as the a pawn. Okay, gosh. Okay, so it is intense. Definitely intense, but in principle, I think that's what he should be looking for. All right, here we go. Rook a7, and now I don't like my move, rook d2. Okay. Chess Wizard on the YouTube is actually doing a variation that I didn't put in. It's actually really fascinating. So, a really powerful idea is to go a4, pop, you take with the other rook too, rook a1. This looks promising, but rook b2 exclam, a5, rook c2 exclam. So if a6, d2, and it's black who's winning. And then if king e1, rook c2, here, here, here. E4. A6, E3. And again, black is doing, well, he's crushing me. Okay, so rook DB7, pop, pop, pop. Rook A7, and now I feel like I should have played A3. We're going to say a much better try, giving both rook and king the opportunity of the A2 square. During the game, I was concerned that black would be winning a tempo with E4. And I think I addressed your question there, right, Chess Wizard? Right, rook b2. Can I go king e1 first? And then it's the same deal, rook e2. King d1, rook f2. And I'm getting hosed. Okay, where I repeat the position. Okay, so here we go. A3, much better try. Concerned with E4. So, but Chess Wizard, you're absolutely right that if I can, let's just say the whole game is about, can I get the rook behind the A pawn? That is what it's about. That is ultimately how I win this game. Okay, so A3. All right. F5, king E2, king F6, king D2, E4. We're going to say that this move is poor makes A3 that much more potent. So rook e3 with g3 next, and black's king side counterplay is gone. Okay. All right. Also, if f4, we go g3 exclam. Looks great. So what does this mean? It means black has to wait until I cruise on over rover for this to be a thing. All right. So I think the thing that we ended up coming up with here, h5 exclam. Let's move this variation up. How does it happen? Move it up. Move it up. You got to move it up each time. h5 exclam. King c2. h4. king b3, check to the miserable king. Rook d2, make him go back. So now the intention is king b3, and then I walk up, and then I play rook a2. Right? e4. Counterplay. So then I tried g3 here, h3, rook d2, counterplay. Okay. Yeah. So to go back, like, yeah, a3 much better, and black would have to play, I think, pretty accurately to hold this bad boy down. All right. Okay. Okay, so rook d2. Here we go. The party is just starting. All right. So f5, king e2, and now he plays rook a3. And this doesn't look right. This doesn't seem right. Even if it doesn't lose. Black. My black is afraid of king d3, but king d1 serves the same purpose and will come to b2 now with tempo. Okay, so okay, so actually, and then I need you to put in a right move. King e2, king f6, king d3, h5, king c3, h4, king b4, check. Now white has to be careful. Also, yeah. And just by analogy with the other one that we did earlier, can't even play a4. I have to play a3 first, and then this is abysmal, dude. This is abysmal. So now with the intention of king b2 and then bringing my rook over, but it's gotten a little far-fetched now, right? Go with rook g7. All right, counterplay. Okay. So rook a3, mistake. King d1, king f6, king c1, rook a8, king b2, rook b8. We're going to say, I knew I could always come back. So we're going to go on a little journey over here, my friends. So I'm threatening a4 every time. That's why he has to check me. There we go, rook a8. Okay. Rook d1. All right, so what is the idea? King b2, rook a1. And we're going to say, at least I have an idea. And also with this rook a8, we're going to say e4, exclam. So if g3, then king g5, counterplay. He's going to come in. And if a4, he's going to play f4, and that pawn's running, so he's going to get counterplay. My king's all messed up. So rook a8, we're going to say that's inaccurate. He's still fine. He's still fine. Rook d1, e4, king b2, f4, rook a1. And now he makes a mistake. It's a natural move. And we're going to say, now black's game is difficult. King g5, a4, f3, exclam. White now has to be careful. For example, yeah, I mean, what are we doing, right? Equal. So you could also get real frisky here and play g3, king g4, king c3. No way. King h, yeah, just king h3. You know, what are we doing? He's got more than enough counterplay. Okay, so king. Okay, So, right, dude's down to 13 minutes here. I got 21 minutes. And it's now a difficult business for the guy. Yeah, it's no longer so simple for a pimple. King d4. Okay, I played king c2. I also analyzed a5. King d3, and that's counterplay. And I analyzed rook a3. e3. Maybe also winning, but there's no principled reason to not play king c2 unless we fear e3, fe, king e3. Okay. So, king c2. Dude plays rook c8. e3, king d1, exclam. Rook g8. Rook a2. Look at that move, man. Bam! Take that, you Fishellini. Take that, you fish face. Now, I just realized something to my horror. Maybe he has a trick he could do here. I don't think so, but we do want to check it. f3 takes. It's a weird thought I just had. Takes king e2. What's the problem? If rook f2, check king e1, rook. Now maybe this is winning too, honestly. No, I don't think that's winning. Counterplay. Or just equal, whatever you want to call it. So king e2, rook down. He's threatening f1, obviously. I could play rook a3 or king f1. Let's go king f1 for half a second. Rook h2, a5. Rook over. No, he's not getting home in time. He's just not getting home. a6 plus minus. So king e2, rook g2. He's got to go win that pawn. a5. So wait, here, 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 here. This looks drawing, doesn't it? Actually, what are we saying here? No. This should be winning. Okay, yeah. should be winning. Okay. Okay. Rook G8, G3, E3. We're going to say Black's last big think. He comes up with a defensive setup that's hard to break. All right, so King E1. I was afraid, uncertain about F3. King E1, exclam. E2, A5. Rook over, A6. Actually, let's just I will win F3 and E2. But since this transposes to the game, there is no independent value to King E2. Because I cannot play, oh, it's like King F2. Pop, pop, it's a game. Game, well, let's just say continuation. And I cannot play here because of here. Maybe there's a way, maybe there's a slightly, I just realized something. Okay, it's a little highfalutin, but I could play maybe Rook D1. Maybe this. Zwischenzug. It's going to take me a long time to spell that one. No, I don't like this. Nah. More complicated than the game. Okay. EF2, boom, 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 boom. And our key position, and we have our key position. My sense during the game was that white was winning, but I did have my doubts. After extensive analysis, it does seem like black is toast. Okay. So, rook g6, a5, rook a6, king f3. Okay, so here you can see Black's defensive idea. He wants to say that I can never win h5. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Okay, wait. I gotta take a quick break. I gotta take just a little pause.
Welcome to Dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to gloat when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hype, really psyched, cause the crowd is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see, cause he got more follows than my boy Eric Dicey. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin, who cheated who, which engine did he hacking. He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong, he scored a like from Truong. He's got lightning attacks on GM blunders and gaffes, true not over the board, it's only the other chat. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction, the status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 alt accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive pot collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. Sweatwork's what I believe. Waiting's what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo.
Yeah, DL Borger is definitely saying it's a table-based position. Right, and so after I do the KGB, at this point, it won't even be a engine position. It'll be a table-based position. Yeah. Thing about those table-based positions too is they're, I mean, all endgame positions, but these ones, it's very precise. Okay, so let's get into it. And Paul, I'm afraid I don't know which variation you're referring to. So, rook f6, king e5. This, at least has a powerful defensive idea. Okay. And that is, when black loses the H pawn, black's king must be in a blockading position. So king g4. The idea really you see here is like rook h1. I would have been very tempted by this move. Okay, king f5, exclam, rook h5, king g6, rook b5, king f7, and I believe black holds this position. Now notice I can always go rook b6 and take the pawn, but then the king is in the blockade position, right? The black king. So we'll say this is a question mark. King f6, king f4. Okay, I want to put this in words. I'll keep going. Actually, I'm going to say, looks winning. Say king b7, king b5. White, okay, blockading the A pawn with the king won't work, as I then switch to the H pawn, and when I pick that thing up, the black king is too far away. Okay. All right, so here we go. I want to put the little arrows in. G7 is really the key blockade square. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say here, boom, this is winning for white. It doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean it's easy. Okay. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of analysis. Okay. Okay, the intention is simple, even if the execution isn't. White wants to organize rook b6 in a situation where the black king can't come back. Right. Rule of the G/B pawn. If black blockades, completely drawn. If not, completely, if not, but drawn. But if not, they are completely hosed because my king occupies the short side. Short side, long side, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, baby. It's a little hot. It's a little hot. Okay. So. So, king e5, rook a4, king f5, rook b4, no, Kraai, come on, no, hold on. G4, let's make move variation up. I'll get rid of this one. Darn it. Delete from here. G4. King e5, rook b4, rook a5, pop. Here, 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 plus minus. Bang. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hi, Chihuahua. Okay. Okay, let's go again. Now, so king h5. He plays king e4. I think I also looked at a later king e3. We might come to that. All right, let's just try to get these variations down. So, king e4, rook a3 is good. King d4, and now check. And we'll say king e3 is more tenacious. So king e3. Oh, and there's some real heat to this. All right, here's the crazy variation. I believe this is winning, but it's right on the edge. In my first analysis, I thought I ended it here thinking this was a draw. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Welcome to the dojo. Hi, Chihuahua. Okay. So. Right, this leads us to wonder, am I still hitting the cardio hard? I'm doing both, doing some weightlifting, doing some cardio. Today will be a little bit of both. Okay, so, 67. Maybe king e3. Okay. Rook f1. Exclam. King e4. Rook f4. King e5, rook b4, exclam, plus minus. Wow, hot, hot, buddy, hot. Right, good. Oh, we're actually coming to the end of this. Muchos hours being done here. Okay, so, king e5, g4, and we'll say rook b4, also winning. This seems to win, but rook b4 is more thematic. So b4, king e5, here, 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 here. Did you miss this move? All right, so here we go. In my notes, I didn't do anything. No big notes after this. Yeah. With a winning position. And then the dude resigned. Oh, buddy. That was a hell of a game. That was a hell of a game. Okay. I want to say, I think when I put in input, like a complicated game like this, it's less enjoyable to me than the work in the notebook. And I assume that people watching it are like, dude, this is way too hairy. What's going on? In any case, I hope it wasn't too unenjoyable. I think for me, the hardest, or let's say the most unenjoyable part of the analysis is precisely this, where I put it into the machine. But Thank you for accompanying me on this journey. There's a lot of beautiful variations in here that some of them are so intense, I'm not even sure they're right, but they're as good as I could get. And so, yeah, let's do this. Amazingly, this is already saved. I don't have to do anything about it. And now we're gonna go to my profile. And I did about 3 hours there. So we are gonna go, and there's gonna be more coming up with KGB. So I'm not even done with this game yet. But what we're gonna do is games analysis. So annotate, update progress, and I'm gonna say I did 3 hours today. Update, boom. And oh, wait, let me fix the scene, sorry about that. And yeah, we'll go over here and we'll go up and check out my little heat map boss. The heat map, look at that thing. Really cool heat map. We're gonna make this heat map look better, by the way. I have some ideas for how to make the heat map better. But in general, I'm loving the heat map. It is keeping me honest about just logging it every day. Before I wasn't necessarily, I would like do all of the, let's say a game analysis, and then I would put it all in at the end. And now the heat map is like just telling me, let's do it. Yeah, the heat map's looking good. Okay. Let's check one quick thing. There's no sensei. You guys anybody can put a game from me or anybody else to review in there. No games there. It's time for breakfast, buddy. It's time for breakfast. President Noir likes the heat map edition, so do I. Very nice. Let's raid Jules Gambit.